Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mids offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's good. Off to the races to the right. The 20, past the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Midshipmen.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They feed him again. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Running back searching for a hole. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Notre Dame right back to the line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Pushes toward the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses.
touchdown Irish! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. Navy will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here come the Irish, back on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them, and it's nothing but green ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Quickly complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Fighting Irish. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Navy! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front. Guys pushing the pile. NFL talent on this offensive line. Just making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights.
Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Touch pass on the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's caught downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Leaves it with the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to pound it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Across the 45. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out, make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries, so don't forget about the run.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Adopt from the fedora, a hat trick, and we're not even at halftime yet.
Yeah, and these guys get these in high school and Little League, but my goodness, to do it at the college level, you already got 3, and it's just the first half. I think he's in for a pretty good day.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, you do not... Man, with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense... trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man quickly. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Now from inside the red zone. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Field goal is good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Logan. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's going to throw deep right side. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 30. Running toward the tape. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Smashes through. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but
they stripped it out. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
Well, you got to give the defense credit because they never quit on the play. He had already made a few guys miss, but they kept bringing hats to the football, trusting that if they got there, maybe they'd be able to knock it out. They did, and they come away with a huge takeaway.
Here come the Irish back on offense. The lone back's got it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
The throw. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You know, as a quarterback in college football, if you just play one play at a time and do your job, the stats are going to come, the wins are going to come. Here we are late in the year with that lap.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Navy offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Illinois. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quick strike complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. Navy quick to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you...
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy. And that
touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And Navy will go back on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Navy quick to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
On second down, looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Navy will have to punt it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball.
Lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know this. Quick, now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Navy offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Running with power. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. That last completion sets him up on second down. Off play action. He makes a catch. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
Alert! Get high!
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal.
Let's go!
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, midshipman.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 24 to Rutgers. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Peppers. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. At the 35, he's open. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? He sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Logan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got his man on the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
It's so important, this offense. Guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field, and I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
The aerial assault continues, and that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Off the play fake. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To the end zone, and is picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And they're able to get him down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28.
Let's go.
Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. A new set of downs after the completion. He uncorks one deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the beatdown has ensued. And for this receiver, hello, viral.
Hello, viral, and on every platform, everywhere. You're going to see it in top plays. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Just continuing to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
This quarterback is so dangerous, and it looked like the defense had him corralled. It looked like they were ready for him to keep the football, but that quarterback is just too good. He's like a water bug. So good, short area quickness, able to make guys miss, then go get the 1st.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. This offense has a 2nd down play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got a man in the middle. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out, there he goes. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this.
He snares it zone. Touchdown, Navy!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll leave it with him. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Using the quick game. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to the air on third and short. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, this head coach has been a riverboat gambler all game long. He keeps going for it on fourth down. That now the third time he's gone for it, and he's gotten it by running the football.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And he's brought down after a nice game. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for now. 1st and 10 from the 40. He wants to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. DB's right up on the receivers. They get to him as he throws. Connection to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Midshipman.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant.
Gonna take a shot. And he's got it at the 30. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the Midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They want to just keep throwing it. Makes the grab down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game.
Fires and picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner will be brought down. And Navy will go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The expressway is wide open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Navy will have to punt it away. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll get rid of it. Got it. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. This one, and he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
He makes the connection. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Feeling some heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff,